happy Father's Day for any dads that are out there. I just got back. It's a very hot and humid Sunday afternoon here in Oklahoma, which is no surprise. And I just got back from a little shopping trip, and I wanted to show you guys what I got. I don't know if you have TJ Maxx's, but they're kind of like just like a discount store. You know, one of those places that has name brand stuff, but it's, you know, cheaper than it would be at Dillard's or wherever. So those places actually, they usually have really nice kitchen utensils. So I went and kind of pawed around, and I'm very proud of myself because I'm the kind of person that loves to shop clearance stuff. And what happens is I'll just buy a whole bunch of stuff I don't need just because it's cheap, or you know, I'll just stock up on clothes and just stuff that I don't need. You know, there's more important things in my life right now, and so I'm very proud of myself because as I get older, I'm prioritizing more, and I'm getting really good at, you know, just really not even having the desire to get things like I used to. I mean, I used to be like, oh, you know, lip gloss, it's pretty, it's $5, like, have to have it, have to have it. And, you know, now I'm just kind of like, you know, I have a lot of lip gloss. Like, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So, you know, it's difficult living in this consumer society. I mean, I think that people always feel like they're supposed to be buying something. I mean, just out of some weird obligation. So I'm happy to be kind of pushing through that at this stage in my life. But I did get some kitchen stuff, and I'm so excited about this. And one of the reasons that I'm so excited about this is that I do not own a lot of kitchen stuff. After I got out of college 2 years ago, I lived at home for a little bit, and then I moved out. So I've been living by myself for about a year and a half. And I just didn't have a lot of funds to go out and, you know, furnish a complete kitchen. So, I mean, my mom gave me a set of dishes and some silverware. I mean, and then other than that, it's just kind of been a whatever I can find here and there. I'll give you some examples here. I have 2 sharp knives to cut things with, 2. And they both came from thrift stores. I think they were like 25 cents or something. You know, I don't have a dishwasher, so I wash everything by hand, which is very labor intensive. As far as like a food processor goes, the girl that lived in my apartment before I did, she gave me her food processor, and it's a mini one. It's like about yay big, and I don't know how to describe this, but the lid has this little diagonal chute on it. So I think it's meant to be like you put an onion in, and as the onion's chopping, it like shoots the onion out into a bowl, and then like voila, chopped onion. But because of that little chute, you can't cover it up. I've tried to, like, you know, kind of put my hand next to it or something. It's a funky opening and an odd angle. So whenever I make stuff, I mean, shit just flies out. And like I made pesto the other day, and you know, there's like pine nuts flying out and like chunks of basil and olive oil. I mean, it's just an act of love anytime I make something with my limited utensils, because it takes so long, and I mean, the cleanup is so intensive. So anyways, I mean, when that happens, I just have to gather up all the little particles, stick them back in the thing, and keep pulsing it until it gets to a consistency where it's not shooting stuff out. So this is how I make anything. I mean, the blender I have is from like Target. It's like a Hamilton Beach blender, and I mean, it just sounds like something's being like, I don't know, it sounds like it's given up a demon or something whenever I turn it on. I mean, my cat's run and hide. I'm sure the neighbors are probably wondering what's going on. And it's just, you know, I've just been trying to work with what I have. I don't have any mixing bowls whatsoever. For those kale chips that I made the other day, I didn't have anything to mix the seasoning up in. And so I pulled out an old pan or a pot from underneath the sink. And so I used the pot to like mix the kale and the seasoning and the oil up. Because that's all I had. A friend gave me a Christmas gift last Christmas that came in like a tin pail. She was just using the tin pail for like decoration. Well, I washed the tin pail out, and I use that too, like if I need a mixing bowl. I mean, let's just say if I had a dinner party over here, it like wouldn't be the prettiest, most sophisticated thing. But you know, it's worked so far, and I just there hasn't been a need for me to expand. But now that I'm doing this and I'm preparing things a lot more, I'm in the kitchen much more, I'm really trying to build my stock of utensils. So let me show you what I got at TJ Maxx. I had to pick and choose because it's still kind of pricey even though it's discounted. But I got a utility paring knife. See that? It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty sharp. It looks way better than the ones I have. And it has this little sheath on it so that you don't cut yourself. This guy was $3.99. I got a KitchenAid peeler to peel like my zucchinis and squash and stuff when I make hummus. And this was $5.99, but I mean it's gonna last me forever, and that's cheaper than it would be at Target. And prior to getting this, what I would do is just take the knife on my zucchini and just try to like thinly, you know, shred it myself, which wasn't working very well. And then this is what I'm most excited about. Okay, you ready for this? I got a set of mixing bowls. That's right, KitchenAid mixing bowls. Look at these fun colors, and there's 3 of them. These were a little expensive too. They were $14.99, but the little price tag says that it's compared to $25. So I guess I still got a savings, and they're the last ones, and I really need some mixing bowls. So I am going to make some kale chips today. Round 2, I think I'm going to use some of the recipes that were posted on the site. I'll let you guys know how that goes. And I can't wait till the Excalibur dehydrator gets here. It should be getting here like maybe around Wednesday, I think. It's being shipped from Montana. And for those of you that don't know, I found a 9-tray, almost new, I mean just slightly used Excalibur for $100 on Craigslist. So I would recommend checking out Craigslist if you're in the market for something like that and you kind of want a deal. Because I think $100 is a really good deal for that. I don't find many of them used, and the ones on eBay, they're pretty expensive. They're like right around the cost off of Excalibur's site. Oh, and one other thing. I am also very excited. I feel like the raw food gods are like totally blessing me. But my juicer store, I have an Omega juicer. I'll make this quick. I have an Omega juicer that I'm borrowing from my parents. They bought it, you know, 5 or 6 years ago, used it on and off, let me use it since I was doing raw foods, but now they're doing raw foods, which is a whole nother story that I'm really excited about. And so I feel like it's kind of unfair that, you know, I took their juicer. So I get this text message yesterday from this number that I don't recognize in my phone, and the text message says, "Do you want a Champion juicer for $30?" And I was like, yeah, I do. So I said, who is this? And it turns out it's my friend that I'm not even that close with, but he knew I was eating raw, and he was at this garage sale and I found this juicer. He said he haggled it down from 50 to 30, and he said, let me check the motor on it, make sure it looks good, and if it does, I'll buy it for you. You can just pay me back. So the conclusion was that it worked just fine. He said it just wasn't very pretty looking. But, I mean, juicers aren't really pretty anyways, and I'm guessing, you know, it's probably an older model. But I'm just so excited. So I'm going to be able to give my parents their Omega juicer back, and then I'm going to have my own Champion juicer for $30. So you can't beat that, and I feel really encouraged, and I'm really going to focus on, you know, spending my money. I spend my money on food. I don't go out and drink and do all that kind of stuff. I spend my money where it counts, and I'm really looking forward to this grown-up stage in my life, in which I, you know, reorganize my to-do list and prioritize things that are important. So, very excited about those mixing bowls. I mean, I'm going to be unstoppable now that I've got mixing bowls. You better watch out. So, I'll update you guys on my creations today, and I hope you have a great Sunday and spend some time with your family. Okay, bye!